Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. Good to have you here. Alright, my name is Mabel the Cake Cream, and I speak about faith, design, and lifestyle. Not exactly in that order, but yeah. And yeah, this is my channel, Blue Space. Just going to share thoughts on this, yeah. So today, I'm going to be talking about self-love and being selfish. I feel like there's a thin line between self-love and being selfish. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. So yeah, during the week, this is just based on like a personal reflection. I'm not saying people as being selfish when they practice self-love. No, this is just a personal reflection, yeah. So during the week, I just, not during the week, I think sometime last week and over the week, yeah. A friend of mine reached out to me, and like, I don't even know what got over him that day. That he was just telling me all the things he has been going through, blah 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 blah. And it just made me think that yeah, um people are going through a lot. Like, life is happening to everybody. Life is happening to everybody. Because initially this year, I made up my mind that I was not going to pursue a lot of relationships, yeah, because I felt like I was pushing for relationships and people were just like just there about it. So I was like, this year I'm going to just face my life, do what I want. I'm not going to push anybody. Anybody that send message, I will reply. If you not send message, I won't send you message. You get that kind of thing. But so I kind of like stopped talking to a couple of people that do not reach out often. But it's not like we don't talk, or like we talk when they send me a message. Eventually I'll respond, you get. And sometimes I might say hi, but I just know that these people are not in my category of friends. And yeah, I was just like, I just said to just be in like a kind of like selfish era where I put myself first, yeah. I put myself first. So why that isn't a bad thing, it removes you from the reality of things, yeah. So you can practice self-love without being selfish. And that's what I've come to realize, that it's not like some of us or some of them that may not be reaching out to you, to some of your friends or family, not reaching out to you often, choose to. Sometimes life just gets in the way. I can tell you that life actually gets in the way of people, because I actually experienced it myself. So I was looking at this guy telling me about all these things, and normally he's someone that I rant to, yeah, someone that I tell that, guy, I don't like what's happening, this stuff happened, and he's always there for me. He's always there for me. But I did not, because he's not someone that opens up often. I just feel like probably not much is wrong with him until he opened up, you get. So I think that's how it is for most people. Like, you can get caught up in all the things that's happening in your life that you feel like, nobody's even checking up on me. But meanwhile, those people, they are battering through things. I mean, like, if you're in Nigeria, you're facing a lot already. And even if you're abroad, to be honest, even if you have friends outside the country, you might feel like this guy just traveled out and the guy forgot me. And meanwhile, this guy is trying to find his footing where he has moved to. And you're just there, and maybe you post nice pictures and you feel like, this one is even enjoying his life, does not care about me. Guy, calm down. I can tell you for certain that a lot of people don't post their losses online, to be honest. A lot of people don't put same. I don't even want to even talk to more, like, some people just know how to keep face, like put up appearances, why they don't really talk about what is really eating them or what they're really going through. So you might see someone that posts a nice picture, maybe that person has had a really bad week, and the person decides, okay, hang out on Friday and look good and be happy. You get, just generate happiness for themselves. And you see that and be like, this person did not even call me. This person did not even check on me. The person is enjoying his life, is enjoying her life. What kind of friend is this? And that person is just trying to put up appearance. That, I mean, See, life is crazy. Life is crazy. So I feel like we should be able to give people the grace that we give ourselves. When you're going through stuff, you can say, I'm going through, like, for myself, for example, I might be going through, I don't like, I want to take a break. I want to, like, just back out, like, stay offline maybe for a day or two. You get, not really interact with people. We can cut ourselves that slack. We should be able to give that to others too, because people, I don't want to say it again, but people are going through a lot. And if sometimes it might seem like you're the only one going through things, like you're the only one experiencing some sort of phase, you're the only one that's trying to figure it out, but you might not even be the only one. You are most likely not the only one. Some people are just good at masking their problems. They're good at masking what they are going through at every point in time. So it feels like they have it all figured out, why they are grasping for things at their end. You get? So self-love I'm not giving excuses for people that, like, there are some people that just deliberately don't try. They deliberately don't try. You get? I'm not giving excuses for this kind of people there, but there are some people that you feel like, okay, this person was really my good friend, and all of a sudden the person just started acting somewhat, and you just feel like, oh, maybe he doesn't want to be my friend anymore, she doesn't want to be my friend anymore. I feel like you should cut them some slack, right? Sometimes try to there some of them, to be honest, some of them don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to put it out there that this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm battling, because it's not really easy opening up to people. Because you might be opening up to someone, yeah, maybe you opened up to someone, like maybe open up to a friend, and this friend, like, you're going through this, okay, let me help you out, sends you some money. This was not your intention to ask for money, but the person decides to help. Okay, collect. See, sometimes you might not think that, okay, if I go back to this person to talk about some of the issues I'm experiencing, and the person tries to, will think that I'm trying to collect money from them again. Get? I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but some people don't want to be seen as burdens, or like, yes, exactly, don't want to be seen as burdens in people's lives, so they try to keep things to themselves. So if you know someone, if you know a friend that suddenly stopped reaching out or stopped trying, you can try to reach out to the person. Try to reach out to the person. Just try. Just try to reach out to the person. There's, of course, there are some times that people outgrow relationships. You get that you just feel like, okay, I don't think this relationship is something I want to still keep at this time. You get? It's really, that was possible, that happens. But there's some people that you know that this person is my friend, and like, you choose to not let go of such relationships despite. So pursue them, talk to them, like, try to know how they are feeling. Now, I used to have this friend that I'm always accusing of not checking on me. Like, I told him that I'm not going to talk to him again. I was not going to make his. Actually, I cut him off in my mind, but like, anytime he sends a text, I was like, it's like hi. I'm like hi. I respond, but in my mind I cut him off. So, but I just realized that this person might not be someone that calls me all the time, but he's someone that, if I need help, if I need anything, and I call him, that, what's up? Can you come through this? He's always willing to help. It's one that when he calls me, he tries to catch up on where he left me, like when we last discussed, like things that we last discussed, like how far have you done this? How far have you done this? How far? We may not talk every day, but these people have in their mind, like, what I realized that he is always keeping track of me, but me, I hardly ask him about things about his life, because I'll do better, yeah. But I realized that this person, I don't even know what he's going through, because sometimes I ask him, just be like, he's fine. Guys now, they like to, like, bottle things up. But when he asks me, he wants to know how I'm feeling. Okay, do you want me to pray for you? Do you want me to pray for you? Like, he's always rooting for me, like, you're doing well. Like, even if it's not in my life constant, I know that this person understand what I'm going through at every point in time. It doesn't even, we don't talk every day. We don't even talk weekly. I don't even know how much we talk, but he's present. He's present in his own way. You get? So and I realized that it's not about the daily communication. It's not about the daily checkup. All these things are good, yeah. If you're in a relationship, wait, if you're in a relationship and you're not calling your partner every day, you don't, this one is not for you. Go and look for what is the color of your problem, because I don't get. Because I don't get, but I mean that for friends, that there are periods where the closeness is not as much as it used to be. There are periods where people try to figure things out, where it seems like the communication is not as it usually used to be. I mean, if you're in secondary school, I have friends, probably all of you are staying in the same area, the relationship is tight. Then before you, all of you are going to universities that are not in the same state, different states, some people are traveling out. You see that there are more things to think about as you get older. Even when you're in university, you meet some people and you guys are close. But after university, everybody's looking, hustling, like, am I Japan? Am I getting a job? Am I starting a tech company? Everybody has things they're figuring out at every point in time. So even if someone is checking out on you once in a while, don't be don't take it for granted. To be honest, don't take it for granted. And this is just a self-reflection for me, because I realized that it might beat to, like, my self-love era had become selfish unknowingly. Like, it didn't it wasn't like it wasn't planned, it wasn't planned. But I realized that it became kind of like I was what's that word where you do not care. I was entitled. I became entitled to their time. I became entitled to them checking up on me. And really, we need to learn to. And I was not extending the grace that I was extending to myself to them, because I know some of my friends that we don't talk every time, but when I reach out to them, they're always there for me. So I just realized that as friends at this point in our lives, at is that like if you're in your 20s, you're figuring stuff out, it's not really easy, you know, to be 100% there. You can't have the hangouts, the weekend hangouts as often. You can't have the constant calls, because they are doing stand up, they are doing calls, they're running up and down looking for work and figuring. Some of them are getting married, so it can't be as constant as it used to be. So, but this does not mean that the friendship should die. This doesn't mean that the friendship should die. Of course, we can be deliberate about setting meetups, planning hangouts or things that will help us bond together. But when these things don't happen all the time, when they don't happen often, you should learn to give them that grace, that I understand that life is happening right now. But when you need me, I'll be there. And this goes for some people, that there are some people that might not even they may not even talk to, but one day they just reach out to you that, please, I need help. I was of this mindset that, why will you be calling money when you need help? But I think I've realized that there are some people that, just as sometimes you might be engrossed in all you're going through, there's some people that are like that, to just engrossed in everything they're going through, that it's really hard for them to join. The only time that they're reaching out is when, like, they are choked up and they really need help, they need a way out. So if you have people like that and you can afford to lend a hand, I'm serious. Like, if you have people like that and you can afford to lend a hand, and there's something someone said, be good just because you want to be good. Don't expect anything in return. Don't do it because you want them to say, at least my friend came through for me, because sometimes they might not even send you afterwards. So be good because you want to be good, and acknowledge that people are going through stuff, and life is happening to everyone. Just be good, just be kind, and cut your friends some slack, the ones that have not texted you. You were my friend and watching me and I've not texted you in a while. I'm sorry. Cut me some slack. I was in a really selfish era, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to reach out more as often as I can. Of course, can't be really constant, but as often as I can, I'm trying to send up, and of course, be there for my friends no matter what. Like, I'm not going to do. You've not called me since January. You've not called me. See, I understand, like, it's not easy. I know people that have not called me since January. I know how I would treat them, but you need to understand that, man, it's not really easy. To be honest, it's really not easy. So yeah, people are battling with their mental health, like looking for a job, like trying to get a grasp of what they want to become. So let's just cut everyone some slack. That's my message today. I don't even know if I should classify this as on between faith, lifestyle, design. I think this is lifestyle. Yeah, I think this is lifestyle. And we are practicing your self love. Remember not to be selfish. Self-love is not being selfish. You can be aware of yourself, you can be aware of the love you have for yourself and still be able to love other people, still be able to extend grace to them, you get. So self-love does not equate selfishness, it doesn't. So cut people slack, show love, and I guess the world would be a better place. Alright, yeah, this was just like a self-reflection for me. I thought to share it with you guys. Alright. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you watching my videos. I do not take this for granted. Alright, so please continue to share my links, please, and watch my videos. Leave a comment and share your thoughts about what I just said. Yeah, and see you next week, same time, same channel. Love you. Bye. Have a beautiful week, guys.